So another question we have for you is, people call our church the Rock and Roll Church. Can you tell us why they call it the Rock and Roll Church?
Thomas Lane Butts, a Methodist minister who's now retired, had a very dear friend by the name of Bill Campbell that always had an article in the Daily News, and he and Thomas Lane came to church out here. And so music has always been a big part of our ministry. It sets the mood for the whole service.
Forgiven, now I got a reason for living. Jesus keeps giving and giving, giving till my heart overflows. Yeah, I'm forgiven, now I got a reason for living. Jesus keeps giving and giving, giving till my heart overflows.
Psalms 150 says, "Let everything that has breath praise the Lord." Well, what qualifies to praise the Lord? Have you got breath? If you do, you qualify. So I was fortunate to have a great many of the musicians that played in the local clubs, and I just loved them and accepted them, and I'd go and sit and listen to them, and they'd come and play for me. And so I ended up with what I thought was one of the greatest bands that any church had anywhere. I didn't think, and so, but anyway, Thomas Lane and Bill Campbell came. And so when Bill heard our band, and I invited Thomas Lane back to preach for us, he's preached here, I think with his count, about 53 or 4 times. I love him dearly. And Bill Campbell, after listening to the band, he named us the Rock and Roll Church. So at that time, my wife did all the announcements, and so she accepted that gladly. She said, "Yes, we are the Rock and Roll Church. Our foot is on the rock, and our name is on the roll, and yes, we are the Rock and Roll Church." So that's how that came to be.